You said what? Man, alright, I'm on my way. No, cause she's trying to fight, so I'm on my way down.
Sandra.
Can I get myself down?
No, take it with you. You gotta, who's your fourth hour?
Mr. I don't know, this guy. Well, no, I'm gonna go down. Cause she, no.
Sandra, what are you gonna go down there to do?
I'm gonna fight her. She's trying to fight me, so I'm gonna go down there.
No.
What?
You can't fight.
No, she down there waiting on me supposedly, so I'm gonna go
Let
down
her
there.
wait. Let her wait.
Huh?
Let her wait. You go to class and take care of yourself.
I'm good. I'm just gonna call my mom.
Alright? So, show me where your fourth hour is.
Cause if that's the case, then she's saying she won't fight.
Okay, so she don't make me talk about coming here and she's trying to fight me. So I'm going on.
She was in here talking on her phone right in front of Mr. Luther.
Oh, you trying to fight for yourself?
It cost you.
The next one down was. Wow, I'm going through it right now.
Okay, please. Oh, he got caught in his thing. That was on the phone.
Hey, where's your food?
Ooh. That ain't. Bro, guess what? Guess what I won? What? Dude, I was so happy. PS4. I was gonna talk about big boxing. Last night, yes I did. Yesterday, we got 4 big boxes with our family. But last night, I checked with it and was like, sorry, you didn't win. And this morning I did it, who said I fucking won?
What?
PS4.
Gay, though.
Huh?
PS4 is gay.
I don't care.
You won that one?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Because I did.
He's lying. He's
Huh?
lying.
When you get it?
I gotta read the rules.
No!
He's coming over here and do this.
It's a Destiny one. Hey, it's a Destiny pack, so I get Destiny.
Cool.
Dude, you're not even getting one.
That, dude.
Bet you ain't.
Let me see the email verification.
Ooh.
It'll be in your email.
Let me get one.
I can have it because he's eating. I'm not eating.
Nugget, nugget.
I'll give you one.
There's a.
It's expensive. Parents can't get bad.
That's it. They're right behind you.
Me neither, but hey,
Yes, in bathroom passes. There's bathroom passes in marking period. And Lauren, you are right next to Joe. Joe, take your head off, please. You guys take out your pre-assessment and your self-assessment, so you're all ready to go when the bell rings. Pre-assessment and self-assessment. Logan, that cannot be a distraction like Mr. Quick's was.
You said no, Mr. Quick.
I know, I'm just saying that cannot be like that. Burger King. Okay, so take out your pre-assessment and your self-assessment.
Let me get a free assessment.
If you need a new one, let me know.
Did you get rid of that chair?
Right, what'd you do with Hunter's chair?
We fixed it.
Yeah, right. There was no fixing that bad boy.
We did. One of my freshmen fixed it in 5th hour.
Fix what? You
fix the back on it? Because the chair was bent to crap.
No, I thought this one was better.
Old girl was everything.
Probably back in my day, I'm riding and sit on the chair and break.
Okay. Take out your pre-assessment and your self-assessment.
Cody,
Yep. You should have it in your folder. If you don't, I have like 5 left. But after this, put it in your folder so that way you always have it. Your pre-assessment and self.
Is this the self-assessment?
Yep.
Right here.
Where's the pre-assessment? This bad boy?
Yep. The staples. Yep. Right there.
I didn't get one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you look in your folder? Oh, I have that.
This is?
Yes, that's it. Yep.
So hungry, all the tea, bag.
Okay, so take it out. Take out your pre-assessment and self-assessment. Cassie, you gotta take your foot off. You have his back. Found him? Yeah. Thank you. You need your pre-assessment and your self-assessment.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so everybody's got it out? We're on their way. Cody, do you have yours? Then you gotta be voicing that. Have you looked for it yet? Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, can you get your please?
What?
was it?
Pre-assessment and self-assessment.
I don't have a self-assessment.
Look at that.
I don't have the pre-assessment.
This is frustrating.
That's the self-assessment.
Talk about
That needs
Look
one.
at that. That was-
Huh?
Let's go.
Wait, oh, not good enough look right now.
Oh, maybe I do.
Find it?
She don't listen.
Okay. So everybody should have the
Miss Grinley.
pre-assessment and the
Old
self-assessment.
girl needs you.
She needs you.
That old girl.
Do you need one? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, here.
Now, after today, I have 3 self-assessments left and 1 pre-assessment left.
What
So
is
you
it here?
need to keep very close track of this, all right? Close track, so we're not losing them and making me have to make it really more complicated and put a bunch more trees. So keep them in your folder. Don't lose them. All right, everybody has one now though? All right, so today we're starting objective 2 on the self-assessment. So go ahead and just take 10 seconds and look through those learning targets to see what's headed your way in the next week or so. Give you a chance to do that.
I can find a slow
And you have fun.
This chair's broke. It is.
Your chair goes every day. It's the same
They're all
chair.
broken.
You don't know.
Ah, you're gone. Hey.
Okay, so now take 3 minutes and work on objective 2 of the pre-assessment. This will give you a gauge about where you're coming into this at. Objective 3 is going to be all new stuff. Objective 2 is stuff that you actually did do in Algebra 1, but that was 2 years ago. So there's a good chance that maybe it's not too fresh in your mind and you might need some reminding. That's what Objective 2 is all about. It's a bunch of reminding. Okay, it's us trying to refresh your memory for what all of this is. So, you might do okay with Objective 2 pre-assessment, even though we haven't talked about it yet. Or you might not. So go ahead and do just Objective 2. Try your best. If you get stuck, then start thinking about these 2 questions. Alright, if you get stuck or if you
Dude, I
finish,
remember doing this.
start thinking about these 2 questions. So it's 11:45 right now.
Need help on 4.
3 minutes. On your mark, get set, go.
Can answer those right now.
I don't use words. I know.
No.
There you go.
It's not like that before, no, it's, you know.
No, seriously. Yeah, more or less.
Did you like order it or did you buy it?
Another day, guys.
So we're all working right now. There really shouldn't be too much talking.
Not too bad.
We're just working on this silently. This is a silent time because you need to know what you know, not what the person next to you knows. So just take this time to just
Don't ask me
focus
to
on
say
you
it.
and your pre-assessment and see where you're at. Just for objective 2.
What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you're having a baby right
Is
now.
he kidding you?
I was so excited.
How far are you?
Like 7 months.
Oh, jeez.
He's not anymore. So we're on objective 2.
Have you seen a baby one?
He's not anymore.
Yeah, it was gross. Like I tried.
I was looking at my,
You really did?
like my.
Yeah, that's because
You
of her.
can see the hair.
I would not
I wouldn't like try.
It feels how you would imagine.
It's like she's
Once they're gonna-
that would hurt.
It doesn't really
Well, it's not
hurt.
like it's a grown person.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird.
I was like,
Yeah, do it, show you how to do it.
no way.
Yeah, comes over here. Tell them how to do it. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
One more minute to try to get as much done as you can.
I'm gonna help.
Don't help, because they need to know what they need to know.
Well, we don't know nothing.
Hunter, help me!
Do you need help?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go over.
Help me!
And right here. I won't talk. Please. Now.
Hunter.
You got it every day.
Put this in. And then put.
The back of it.
All right.
Yeah, that's what it does.
So, here are the answers. Check and see how you did. The first 3 all talk about learning target 5. Number 7 talks about learning target 6. And number 8 covers learning targets 7, 8, and 9. All right? So see how you did on those. See if you knew what you were doing, if you had a lot of questions, if you were stuck. If they're parallel lines, then they're the same. If they're perpendicular lines, then their slopes are opposite reciprocals. Because I was given a point and a slope for number 6, I used point slope form. I put my slope right there, and then my y-coordinate and my x-coordinate of my point. Haley?
For number 8, I put for every 10 seconds, light travels 2 miles.
That works. Yep, every 10 seconds, light travels 2 miles, or sound travels 2 miles. Same thing as every 5 seconds, it travels 1 mile. Same thing. And then write a function down here. Because my slope was 1/5, I put the slope there. This is my dependent variable, so I put it out there. I knew that because it was going off the side. And my independent variable is down here, so I put that times the slope. Now, on your self-assessment, we're just looking at objective 2 right now in the before activities box, because we haven't had any instruction or activities on this in this class yet. So just give yourself a 1, 2, 3, or 4. How do you feel going into this? This will help you decide how many practice activities you need to do. This will help you decide which practice activities you need to do. You have to do at least 3, but you can do more if you need more. This will help you decide which ones to do. Alright, we're just looking at objective 2.
Those are 5 objectives, right?
5 learning targets, yep, and objective 2. The test that's on Thursday is over objective 1, so that's the first 4 learning targets.
Do you know what
This
interpret-
test is going to be next Thursday, so a week from
What's interpret?
2 days from now. Okay?
20?
you've given yourself a rating,
Interpret? Means I
take out
explain
your
it.
notebook.
Miss Reynolds, what does interpret mean?
Means make sense of.
Like explain?
Explain what it means.
Yeah,
Like in the part A,
Told you.
like what we
See,
did
if I want to start right
here.
there, you would go.
What we did there.
I should start right here.
Okay. So right now, talk with the people at your table. We're going to take a look at this warm-up. There are two questions. Where can we see slope in our world? And when you think of slope, what do you think of? So right now, talk with the people at your table, not the people at a table next to you. Talk about your table. And talk about these two questions. We're not talking about lunch or weekend. These two questions. So people at your table, these two questions. Make sure you have an opinion, something to share from your table, because in about 1 minute, we're going to be calling on people to share, and you want to make sure you have something good to say. So be a good representative of your table. On your mark, get set, go. So talk about these two questions. People at your table.
I think of like treadmill.
The answer is algebra.
Can't run up a hill.
So what does the math talk about?
No, it's hard. I can't run, period.
Yes.
The other day, you were telling me how you had to load a truck on a trailer or tractor or something, right?
So how's everyone doing today?
Like, put an alarm on the back of my truck and I like park in the ditch so that the incline wasn't as high.
What wasn't this high? Which is another word for.
Well, I am.
Look, slope in your world.
Juniors last year that were right.
I feel fat. Hey, too much.
I played 2 years.
All right. Joe, it's not your turn with the card, but I want you to share what you just shared with me, because that's a cool example of slope in our world. So Joe, when did you see slope in your world?
When I had to put my lawnmower on the back of my truck, so I parked my truck in the ditch, so the slope was in this like steep.
Good, good, thank you. Caitlin, where do you see slope in your world?
I wanna do it.
What did Autumn say?
No, I didn't. I said hill.
She said hill. So hills. Hills is where we see slope. If we're going uphill, it's a positive slope. If we're going downhill, it's a negative slope, right? Brandon, where do you see slope in the world? Skiing or snowboarding. Yeah, in fact, when you go skiing, what do we call those hills?
Hill.
Slopes, right? We call them slopes.
See, I told you.
Why do we call them slopes?
We're hitting the slope.
Because they have a slope. That's right.
Such a weird word. Slope.
Emily, where do you see slope in the world? On graphs. Like, yeah, if you see a graph, you can see that the lines have different slopes. Good. Neil, where do you see slope in the world? Where do you see slope in the world?
I said you hill.
Give you something to say.
Graph.
Stairs.
You won't say.
Yeah. Up, over, up, over, up, over. That's how we find a slope, right? Rise over run. Exactly.
Oh, you're smart.
In fact,
One go down.
yeah. There's a lot of rules about stairs because you can't have too steep of stairs.
No walls.
Like when we were making stairs to go up to our fire escape from our basement, we had to look and make sure that our stairs were up to code, which meant they could only rise so much for each run.
Why? What's the difference?
That you can't have a stair that's like a foot wide and like